Hi guys, my name is Christine and I'm a dating, relationship and personal development coach. Today I'm talking about 5 signs you're a highly attractive man. Now, a lot of you may click out of this video because this video is all about things that you can do to make yourself more attractive. I'm not going to give you signs like, oh, you'll know you're a highly attractive man if women check you out and pay attention to you, because that often leaves men in a powerless position, because if they haven't had that, then they think, okay, well, I'm not attractive, I'm never going to get a girlfriend, I'm never going to get a wife, I'm never going to get in a relationship, I'm never going to get laid, whatever it may be, and it's useless information. Okay, so I'm going to give you information that's actually going to help you become a highly attractive man. And if you do these 5 things, and you adopt these 5 things into your personality and you start practicing them, you will become a highly attractive man. Okay. So one of the things that you can start to adopt so you can become more attractive to women and you can attract more friends into your life, perhaps even more business opportunities or job opportunities, just attract better things into your life, then this is the first thing that you can start applying. And that is, you're unbothered by the opinions of others. You essentially live by the beat of your own drum and you have a vision for your life, and you're going to stick by that vision no matter what. So you may have a certain sense of how much income you would like to have each month. You have a certain sense of or a vision of the kind of woman that you would like to have in your life, how many kids that you want, if you want to have kids, if that's something that you want to do, the kind of area you want to live in, the kind of car that you want to be driving, the kind of sense of how you want to feel about yourself. Or it could be maybe you've got some fitness goals and you're like, well, I want to have a body like this. I want to sculpt my body in this way. So you have a vision for your life, and basically you're living your life day in, day out in order to achieve that vision. Okay. And you're going to do that no matter what. No matter what anyone says to you, you're not going to take anyone's negativity, and you're just going to continue to create that vision for yourself, and you're unbothered by the opinions of others, and you're going to do whatever you want to do, as long as obviously it's not hurting anyone in the process, right? As long as you've got a vision for your life and you're doing it with gusto, basically, and you're doing it with the passion and enthusiasm, and that's what you want for your life, and you're trying to create it and you're going to make it happen, you've got no moral obligation to not do that unless it's hurting someone else in the process, which I'm sure it isn't. So be unbothered by the opinions of others and live your life the way you want to live it, because you only get one life, and at least that's my view, at least. And so you might as well try and make it the best that you can make it happen, right? You might as well be living a good life and living your dream life and living the vision that you see for yourself, despite what others say and their negative opinions. So another sign that you're a highly attractive man that you can adopt if you don't have this trait is you're laid back with women. Now, what I mean by laid back is, I'm not saying that you don't care about women or you're not nice to them and you're mean to them. What I mean is that when you're with women, you don't let their presence, especially the presence of a woman that you find really attractive, you don't let that woman make you become uncentered, okay? And basically you don't change who you are in the face of a woman that you find really beautiful and find really attractive. So when you're laid back with women, what this means is that you're kind of loose, you're just a bit more fun, free-flowing, free-flowing rather. You just make, your aim is just to make them laugh. You're not too focused on outcomes. That's something that I've been talking about a lot recently. You're not focused on, when you go on a date with a woman that you find really beautiful, you're not like, oh my God, I need to make her my girlfriend, or oh my God, I hope I get to sleep with her at the end of the night and I'm trying to make that happen. You're just laid back and you're just focused on having a good time, having a laugh. Hopefully she's funny as well, so you get to have some laughs too. And just enjoying yourself and getting your date to enjoy herself. And that's what your main focus is. And you're just laid back, you're not attached to outcomes, and you're unbothered by women, okay? And no matter what they say or do, you're still going to have a good time and have a laugh and enjoy yourself. And if you're not enjoying yourself, you simply leave, okay? And that's how you can maintain a laid-back attitude with women, and you can definitely adopt that, because perhaps you've always been really nervous around women and you can't help but think of, oh my God, I need to make her my girlfriend, or oh my God, how can I get laid? maybe that's something part of your personality, but you can definitely change that about yourself and become more laid back. Because what you'll find is that the more laid back you are with women, like how I've described, you will actually achieve those things much faster. More women will want to be your girlfriend, more women will want to sleep with you, because you make them feel at ease and they can tell that you're not pressuring them or forcing them or trying to do anything other than get her to laugh and open up and have a good time. So that's what you've got to be focusing on, okay? So the next sign that you're a highly attractive man that you could easily adopt is you're straightforward and honest with women. So when you find a woman attractive, you don't go down the route of, okay, I'm going to try and be her friend first, or I'm just going to test the waters, and I'm just going to sort of be a bit dithery and hesitate, and I'm just going to wait for her to make the first move. No, if you're a highly attractive man, one of the things that highly attractive men do is they're straightforward. If they find a woman attractive and they can tell that she's single because she's not got a ring on her finger, or perhaps they've asked her if she's got a boyfriend, they'll say to her, well, I find you really attractive, I'd love to take you out. And even though that woman may still reject him, he's been honest, he's speaking his truth. And women can usually sense if you're not speaking your truth and you're being inauthentic. Women prefer authenticity, even with men that they may even reject, because they'll at least be like, well, at least he was bold enough, at least he was confident enough to actually say how he actually felt and didn't try and pussyfoot around the issue, and he didn't beat around the bush. He was direct, he was forward, and at least now I respect him. And hey, you know what, if it doesn't work out with the guy that I'm seeing right now, perhaps I'll consider him in the future, right? Because they would like the fact that you were just straightforward and you wasn't being creepy and just trying to hang around in the background hoping that you'll find an entrance in at some point, right? You were just straightforward from the beginning and just asked her out, and they like that, okay? And that's what highly attractive men do. They're more straightforward, and they just say what's on their mind, what's in their heart. They say, wow, you're extremely beautiful, I'd really love to take you out, when are you free? And if she rejects him, he doesn't mind, he just gets on with it, okay? He just moves on to the next woman. He just says, well, you never mind, well, I hope, just take it as a compliment and have a great day. And then he just walks away and moves on, okay? He doesn't hang around or says things like, well, why don't you like me? What's going on? Why is it? Am I not good enough for you? Am I not attractive enough? They don't do that. They just accept it and just move on. They're like, okay, you don't like me, that's fine. I'm going to go find a woman that does. And they do that, okay? So the next sign that you're a highly attractive man is your life is more about your calling than women, right? So your main focus in life should be your passions, should be the things that you're really, really excited about, the things that really give you enthusiasm. It should be, like at the beginning of this video, it should be about that vision that you have for your life. What you want, what kind of career you want, what kind of money do you want to be making, what kind of area do you want to be living in, what kind of family life do you want to have, and you're trying to create and build that vision, and that's your purpose and that's your calling. And that's what your main focus should be. Your main focus, yeah, maybe you would like to attract a wife, but it isn't your main thing, right? It isn't your main, finding a woman is just a side quest. It's not the main quest. Your main quest should be something that you're deeply, deeply passionate about. And that's what women find really attractive in men, if they have a deep purpose that they're super, super passionate about. Because when they talk about it, they just light up. And everyone likes to talk to someone who has that deep passion and lights up whenever they talk about something they're super passionate about, that they're trying to achieve in this life, okay? And it doesn't have to be anything fancy. It doesn't mean that you're trying to become a billionaire or something. It could be just something like, I'm just trying to, become the best guitar player that I can be, because that's something I'm just really interested in. It's just a skill, and I just really love music. It doesn't mean that you're going to make loads of money from it. It just means that it's something that you want to do, and you just find and it's just your purpose, and it's just your passion. Okay, and that's what you got to focus on, and that's your main thing. Not women, not getting laid. Because if your main focus is finding women and getting laid and trying to get a girlfriend, basically you've got a teenage boy mentality, not a man mentality. A man's purpose is not to get laid. His purpose is his grand mission and goal for himself. Okay, so the last sign that I want to talk about that you're a highly attractive man is you're not desperate for any woman's attention or affection. If you are really focused on one woman and you're trying to show off in front of her, or whatever it may be, you're trying to get a woman's attention and you're trying to get her affection, and basically what you're doing is you're changing yourself to try and impress her, or you're just doing anything to try and impress her. Basically, you're coming from this place of lack. because you are showing that desperation, okay? And that's not going to be attractive. Any kind of desperate or needy or insecure behavior like that is not going to be attractive to women. But it is something that you can adopt into your personality, where you can, again, like, not be, have more confidence around women and not be so desperate and not be so needy, okay? So again, it all goes back to your main thing that you should be focusing on is your calling in life. It shouldn't be the affection and attention of women and trying to get their attention. Highly attractive men actually let women come to them, okay? So yeah, they probably don't delete their dating apps. I'm not saying that you should just wait for a woman to show up at your door. Yeah, they're still going out and they're meeting people, meeting women, going out on dates and things like that. But they're just loose, relaxed around them. And if that woman happens to like them, great. If they don't, that's great too, because he can just go and find a woman that does like him, okay? They're not, again, are not attached to those outcomes. So you got to develop that confidence in yourself and just be like, you know what, I'm not good. If you meet a woman that you really like, so let's put this into a real world example. Let's say you meet a woman that you really, really like. She's really beautiful. You go out on a date with her and things don't work out. And you're like, oh no, I really like her. What am I going to do? What do I have to do to try and get her to like me back? You got to let that woman go. You have to let her go. Okay. And you got to think to yourself, there's a better woman around the corner. There's a better woman coming into my life. Yes, I really like that one. Yes, she was beautiful, or she had a great personality, whatever it may be. And yes, I would really love to have slept with her. Whatever it is that you've got on your list of why she was great. But there is another better woman out there, and you've got to believe that, and you've got to feel that and think, okay, well, I can't be attached to this one woman, because first of all, if I become attached, I'm going to become insecure, needy, act desperate, because I'm focusing all my emotion on her. So I've got to switch that around and think, okay, she's not showing interest in me anymore. Therefore, I've got to find a woman who is interested in me, and I've got to move on. I can't be trying to stick around and trying to put myself in this woman's life, because obviously she doesn't want me. Because if she did want me, we'd still be together, we'd still be hanging out, we'd still be hooking up, we'd still be doing all of these things. But we're not. We're not doing these things anymore. These things have stopped. They've ceased. So, because she's not showing that interest in me anymore, even though it sucks that I've lost her, I've got to move on and find someone who really does want me. And that's what you've got to do. And that's what highly attractive men do as well. They think, they cut their losses and they move on, and they just trust and know, have this knowing and confidence about themselves that they know they can find a better woman, and a woman that is more interested in them. And that's what you got to focus on. Okay. So thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to get in touch with me personally and you'd like coaching with me, then please go to www.christineloveridge.com. And also on the website, you can find my free book that you can read. All you have to do is go to the menu and click on the book, and it'll take you straight there to the PDF reader, and it's all about attracting the beautiful woman of your dreams. And I shall talk to you again very soon. Goodbye.